Hey, we're two chubby sisters, and it's St. Patty's week. So normally we post only on Tuesdays, but this week you're going to get two videos.
Yeah.
The first one it's obviously this Tuesday, is going to be the do's, don'ts, and the misunderstandings of St. Patty's. And the second one is going to be on actual St. Patrick's Day, and it's going to be the origin of why we celebrate it. Speaking of, most people don't realize that St. Patrick's is actually March 17th every year. A lot of them get that confused because it always gets celebrated at another time. A lot of places have their parades and everything, and they always make sure that it's on a weekend, so they don't know actually the actual date. But March 17th is St. Patrick's Day.
And speaking of St. Patrick's, it's Paddy, not Patty.
Yes.
Because Patty is actually like a nickname for Patricia, which St. Patrick was a man. But it's actually, his name was actually Padraig. And it's P-A-D-R-A-I-G. So that's why we say Patty, not Patty.
Patty.
So all those t-shirts and everything that say Patty are...
P-A-T-T-Y is a no.
No.
There's a lot of do's and don'ts, obviously, and misunderstandings. Well, some of it is the drinks.
Yes.
There's two that are kind of very offensive, and the Irish don't particularly like them, and they get angry about it.
And some bars over there just straight up won't serve these drinks.
Yeah, they won't serve them, and if you order them, they actually might refuse you service. The first one, and it's the most common one, and we, obviously we've done them before, but...
Anybody who's been to our pub has...
It is actually...
done them or seen them been done.
The first one is the Irish car bomb. It is... The Irish hate it, and it's very offensive. I actually read this comedian. He goes, it'd be the equivalent is someone came into a bar and ordered like a Two Towers or...
Twin Towers?
Twin Towers, yeah. And he's like, it's offensive because they consider it as like associated with terrorist acts towards Irish, the name of it. And so they don't really like it. And the other one is...
The black and tan. That was a little less heard of, I guess, but basically it's because that's what the police dressed in, was black and tan, and the police were horrible to people back a long time ago, and so it's just kind of so offensive to people, the everyday person that just don't do it.
Yeah. And they just basically say, a lot of them over in Ireland are like, just please don't order those drinks, please don't say those drinks, they're just offensive, and
just please be respectful
of it. Another thing, drinks and then food.
Well, also the drinks. You like to drink. Everybody likes to drink, and a lot of people associate not only St. Patrick's Day, but Irish people in general as heavy drinkers and alcoholics. And the Irish, we do like to drink. We like to, but it's because the Irish are a sociable people, and what do you do most of the time when you're gathering is you drink, and but it's really kind of disrespectful to just get belligerently drunk.
And especially on celebrating St. Patrick's. We actually watched this girl we follow on TikTok, and the way she described it, she goes, St. Patrick's in Ireland is basically like celebrating Christmas with a little more drink. And it's not like blackout, belligerent drunk like how we a lot of people do here in America.
I feel like, in America we kind of just go out with the intention of getting plastered.
And that's not what St. Patrick's is about, and that's not what you do to celebrate St. Patrick's.
Which we'll get more into that in our other video.
And so that is another thing that the Irish kind of find really offensive, and they get kind of irritated.
So that would be a don't.
Yes, a don't.
Like, especially, by all means, enjoy, have a good time.
Have some drinks. No one's saying not, and especially since a lot of people like to go to Ireland and experience St. Patrick's in Ireland. And they said a lot of times, especially North Americans, people go
Americans.
over there. Well, not just, North America too. Like Canada, Americans, like all of them go over there and they just act belligerently drunk. And the Irish just get irritated by it. And so don't do that. Please. But food and then drinks. We're no stranger to food and drinks, and especially...
Obviously, two chubby sisters.
We come from a big Irish family, and there's never a shortage of either. And but some of the things that most commonly are served here in America is corned beef and cabbage.
Which is corned beef, cabbage, usually onions and potatoes.
And
Roasted together.
I think they said like in soda bread.
And soda bread.
Yes. But actually those aren't the common food that they eat in Ireland on St. Paddy's. And the reason for that is because, ooh, bless you.
Thank you.
Is because it was actually when the Irish immigrated over here. It was like
They actually, because they were in a lot of neighborhoods with Jewish people, and the Jewish people would get them the best deals on like brisket and the corned beef.
Yeah.
And so that was, even though over in Ireland that was really expensive meat, but when they came here, it was
cheaper. So
it was
that was what they could afford.
So that started being what they had for their meals. And
then soda bread came from because they couldn't get yeast. And so it was the easy way to make a bread that has...
It's self-rising, isn't it?
Yeah, it's self-rising. I think it's with baking soda instead of yeast. And so that's why it became a popular thing. So a lot of these food traditions that we eat now and do here in America when we celebrate St. Patrick's is because of the Irish immigrants. Irish immigrants when they came to America, and it was a way to like keep a hold of their like heritage and everything, and food and everything like that. So the recipes, but they exchanged ingredients that they could get here when they immigrated.
You just basically, you didn't have much, and so you used what you could get. And so that's why we eat those things now, and that's why they become traditions. And they've actually,
it's come full circle.
And a lot of people have gone back to Ireland and made them part of traditions over there.
Yeah.
So those are due. Enjoy corned beef and cabbage and...
So this one, we get irritated by this one a lot. And it's something small and simple, and it's really not that big of a deal.
And I know, like, some people will get upset about being told this, but...
because I think it's because we understand it and we know where it comes from. A lot of it is the luck stuff. And the biggest one is the four-leaf clover. The four-leaf clover is not an Irish thing. It is not a symbol for St. Patrick's. It is not.
It's kind of an Irish thing.
Well,
they use it for a lot of symbolism.
They use it, but it's not. So whenever you see shamrocks and everything, that is a very big Irish thing. It's, I guess, I don't know if it's really big over there, but
it's a national symbol of Ireland.
So it's a national symbol of Ireland. Is the shamrock. Shamrocks have 3 leaves, not 4. So if anything that has a 4-leaf clover on it for St. Patrick's,
it doesn't actually have anything to do with St. Patrick's Day. There's a lot of stuff with luck associated with Ireland,
yeah,
but not with St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, and a lot of it, like you always see like horseshoes and rainbows and all that stuff. And they said a lot. I think it stems from is the phrase "luck of the Irish," and so things that are considered lucky charms, charms that are considered associated with luck, they automatically group it in with St. Patrick's Day, and it's not actually has anything to do with St. Patrick's Day. And so we purposely seek out the 3-leaf clover stuff when this Irish stuff
I get irritated when I find something I like and then it has a 4-leaf clover, and I'm like,
it. Yeah, so yeah,
it does have to, like we said, it does have to do with Ireland itself a lot of times because of the luck of the Irish, but it has absolutely nothing to do with St. Patrick's Day.
So when you see all those, St. Patrick's stuff comes out every year that has a 4-leaf clover,
and if it says shamrocks and it has a 4-leaf clover, that is not a shamrock.
Shamrock, yes.
Shamrock only has 3.
And that kind of leads into the apparel. This is another thing that a lot of the Irish become very offensive by because, and it's a big thing here in America.
Yeah.
Is the Kiss Me I'm Irish. It's the
pinch me because I'm not wearing green or whatever. Don't pinch me.
Any of the shirts that have phrases that have to do with being drunk, the St. Patty's shirts that have to do with doing drunk, because those aren't having nothing to do with St. Patrick's. And again, it goes back to where we were talking about a little bit ago, was how we don't, or being literally drunk has nothing to do with St. Patrick's Day. Like, that's not what you do.
Or being Irish in general.
Yeah. And so a lot of the apparel, and I actually read the Kiss Me I'm Irish one. They don't like it because it's basically, especially since people are going to be drinking, and you have something, it's an inviting of a sexual assault and stuff like that. And so a lot of the t-shirts that a lot of us wear on St. Patrick's Day, they hate it. They hate the apparel that we wear to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. I mean, obviously,
And it's we're not trying to tell you what you
Yeah.
kind of wear. Obviously, over here too, people aren't going to care as much. But like, if you ever get the chance, and I highly suggest that you visit Ireland,
Ireland
if
is
you get
amazing.
a chance.
I love Ireland.
Just like if somebody comes here, you want them to be respectful of the things
Culture
that you do,
and your celebrations and your.
please be respectful of them. Like,
Yeah.
and don't do that kind of stuff.
And speaking of being into Ireland, this is something that we actually learned when we went to Ireland. We did not know this. So there's obviously the most famous phrases that you hear all the time when anyone talks about Irish people, or on St. Patrick's Day, you hear people walking around and they're always like, top of the morning to ya. That is American, guys. It has nothing to do with Ireland.
I think it actually came. I think our tour
guide said it is from Hollywood. Hollywood,
Gene Kelly, I think.
something like that. Yeah, they created it for Hollywood, and the Irish people absolutely hate that phrase. And I'm sorry if I think I just spit. They absolutely hate that phrase.
To the point where somebody might
Actually physically get violent with you if you come up and say top of the morning to you.
Yeah, our tour guide, because we took a
coach tour.
A motor coach tour. She's like, yeah, somebody might actually punch you in the face if you say that to them, because I can see why it's an annoying thing. If you're from Ireland and somebody comes up to you and goes, "Oh, top of the morning to you," yeah, I'd probably want to punch him in the face too.
Yeah. So that's pretty much a lot of the do's and don'ts. Obviously, a lot of the ones that we do celebrate here have become American traditions, or things that we do here in America. But some of that is stemmed from our heritage, us Irish people who when they immigrated over here. Celebrating St. Patty's has become a thing because it's something that came from our heritage. But a lot of these, don't get me wrong, we've done some of these, and and we're Irish, so it's not like.
And some of them, it's really not that big of a deal. It's just. Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna get like it's like you're gonna get in trouble or somebody's gonna like punch you or something.
Yeah,
but it's just.
But if you do happen to interact with or come into contact with someone who's actually from Ireland when here in America, please be respectful of those things and understand that why they're maybe upset about them or anything like that, because this is their country and this is where they're from and their heritage, and this is a holiday that they celebrate and everything like that. So just be respectful about it, please.
Yes.
So yeah, that's today's video. We will I hope maybe you learned something. I mean, we learn all the time, so we're like, and it's kind of cool when, especially being Irish, learning about the heritage and everything, and we'll obviously dive more into that on.
Right, like we said, we've done a lot of those things that we had no idea, and
yeah.
So going forward, we might change up the way we do things, and
yeah.
But at the end of all of it, enjoy St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
Have a good time. Eat and drink and enjoy the people around you, and
I hope everyone has a happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
Because obviously we're posting this on Tuesday. Some of you may have celebrated this past weekend. I know a lot of our local parade was last weekend. Some of you maybe, actual St. Patty's Day. Hope you guys have a good celebration and everything. And maybe if you're doing something this coming weekend, which, is always good to have family and friends or a good time just to get together. And I think that's what St. Patty's has become about, is just having a good time, eating, drinking, and
as I say over there, have a little bit of crack.
Right.
We'll
get into it more in our video. Again, we'll see you again Thursday because we are posting twice this week. And our next video will be the origin and why we celebrate. So if you don't know why we celebrate St. Patty's Day, or if you don't know where it stems from,
I highly suggest you watch that video.
Yes, tune in then on Thursday.
We'll get into it. We'll repeat a lot of the stuff that we talked about.
A little bit of what we talked about today, but we'll also get...
I'm gesturing towards her notebook over there.
Yeah. We're note takers. If you noticed in any of our previous videos, we... yes.
But we'll get into a lot more depth about why we do those things and what they're for and
everything. So that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. Hopefully you learned something. Have a happy St. Paddy's.
Paddy's?
Paddy's. Paddy. D. If you like this video, hit that like button.
Hit that subscribe button.
And hit that bell so you know when we post. All right. Bye. See you Thursday.
See you Thursday.
Yep.